Hey everybody. Just wanted to do something real quick. This is literally on the fly. I had a a spark in my head and was like, let me share this with them real quick. So, as you all know, I mentioned in a couple of my previous interviews, a couple of my previous videos, that I had stopped doing anything horror. So that like everything horror in my movies, video games, books, everything that I got rid of, I think I have maybe 5% that I kept. Very, very, very minimal. But this is one of the things that I did keep. I will never get rid of this. And what sparked this video is someone had asked me, did I also read books? And I was going to share that eventually. But it made me think of this. This is The Thing. So for those of you who have been around a while, you know that The Thing was one of my favorite movies. I still love the movie. I just can't handle the visuals anymore. The horrific imagery and everything. So, but I love, love, love the story. It is one of the best stories ever. So, before I get into the book, let me say this real quick. I found out something that I did not know. I've had this book a very, very, very long time. This book was released in 1981. And as far as I know, this is the hardcover. And as far as I know, I'm pretty sure that North America was the only one that received a hardcover of this novel. And this was, as you can see, a book club edition. So this is the first print, and only hardcover edition of this novel. And I think, as you can see, but don't hold me on this, years ago, I could have sworn I thought I saw a hardcover version of it in the UK, but I'm not certain of that. But too many thoughts. But what I'm trying to say is I had this thought of the book, and I was like, I would love to have a paperback of it as a backup, because this book is never leaving my house. Sorry for the low lighting. Like literally, this is on the fly. Just be cozy with me right now. So I went to look into it. I was on eBay. Now, this book alone, I was blown away. I had no idea the status of this book at this point in time. This book is very rare. And I think when I was on it, there was only like 2 listings. And it sparked my interest. So I did like searches everywhere. This book is really rare and hard to find. And it is so pricey. So I was like, oh my goodness, if this is pricey, because I know for a fact that there were about 3 versions of the paperback, and I think they all came out in the 80s. So it's never been reprinted as far as I know. And the covers on the paperbacks are awesome. Not all book readers like paperbacks, but well, they got pricey too. So all I'm saying is, if you are a fan of this film, first of all, I highly, highly, highly recommend this book. I cannot recommend this book enough if you love the movie. And I mean John Carpenter's The Thing. And this is by Alan Dean Foster. But if you can find it, please get it. The book expands on things that are in the movie, and the book also has things that are not in the movie. There are a lot of moments, a lot of scenes that aren't in the movie. And if you are a book reader, books are always, always going to have more information, more detail. Movies just cannot put every little thing in it, That's why you read books. And man, this book, I love this book. I love this book. And I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. The ending in the book is different than in the movie. Now, all the characters in the book are the same in the film, except I remember when I first read this, I don't know if I said this already, but I've had this book a very long time. But there's one character that in the book, I remember the first time I read it, it threw me off. I was so confused. And I was like, who is Sanders? And they kept saying Sanders. I'm like, Sanders? I'm like, there's nobody named Sanders in the movie, right? And it just threw me. And then the more I read, it clicked. A light bulb went off. And I'm like, oh, that's Windows. So in the movie, the Windows character, the communications guy, his name is Sanders in the book. And the only reason I'm saying that, because if anyone comes across the book or reads the book, trust me, you'll be as confused as I was. So there you go. I'm helping you out already. So when you get started, you know. Sanders is Windows. Okay. It's not a new character. It's not a character that was omitted from the movie. So it's all the same characters. But can I tell you, this book, oh my goodness. Some of the scenes that are expanded in this book. Some of the scenes that are in the book that are not in the movie. Mind blowing. I mean, edge of your seat. Edge of your seat, edge of your seat. And there's things, yeah, that were in the movie, but played out differently. Or things are switched, or things are not the same. So, if you're a fan of the movie, when you read the book, it's like Jurassic Park. I mentioned this to you all, whoever saw my little video about the Jurassic Park novel, which is also like literally Jurassic Park, the movie and the film. The movie and the film. The movie and the novel are in my top 5. Novels in my top 5 favorite movies. But it's the same with this. You're going to get 2 different experiences. It's similar, obviously. There's going to be similarities. But you're going to have 2 different experiences. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't want to spoil anything, because really, if you are a book reader and you love this film, I highly recommend it. I cannot even tell you. Please seek it out. Look for it and be patient. Try to find one. If you can't afford it, just please seek this movie out. I mean, this book. This book. And try to get it. And I'm just going to say one thing. It's not spoilery. It's not spoilery. It's just informative, I think. The scene with the dogs in the kennel, the thing and the dogs. Okay, I'm sorry. I lost my breath for a minute. That whole scene in the book. Oh, no. Read it in the book. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. This book, I remember when I first read it, I couldn't put it down. I could not put it down. It is so well written. And obviously you know the story, so you like the story. So it's a good story. It's a great story. But the pacing, the dialogue, some of the dialogue you will recognize from the film, but obviously not everything. The descriptions of the environment and the weather and how it is affecting them and how it makes them feel, how the weather also affects their psychology in addition to their paranoia that is building. Oh, I do want to say one thing. It might be, it's not, I don't consider it a spoiler. One thing I will say, in the book, Mac, aka McReady, Mac and Childs are friends in the book. There's unlike in the movie, they kind of have like this antagonistic relationship. Like they're not really cool, but in the book they're friends. There you go. This is what I'm saying. There's differences. And anyway, I don't want to keep this too much longer. I forgot about this. I wanted to share it with you. I highly recommend it. And if you are a book reader and you love this film, I give it a high five. I give it a check it out. I give it, you owe it to yourself to experience it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.